This is Sam Shupak, and here's another great episode of ETX Rocks featuring Ghost Dance Band.
From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show, let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks, ETX rocks.
Hey, Boston Chris here with the #1 resource for independent music in Northeast Texas. It's the ETX ROCKS Show, episode number 288, and we have the Ghost Dance Band here for the very first time, all the way from the Waco area, right?
Yes, sir.
So Central Texas, and we were just talking off camera about the amount of trees that they had to deal with here in East Texas, because it's not something you have a whole lot of over there in Waco.
Not the pine
Yes, sir.
Very few.
There's pine trees everywhere here if you're watching from outside of Texas. You start traveling east from West Texas or Central Texas, and the landscape changes, the humidity changes, and it's a little bit different out here in the east.
A little bit.
The air breathes better here, though.
Yeah, it
The air
does.
breathes
So,
better here.
The Ghost Dance Band, guys, consists of, I want to get all this right, it consists of Cody, Weston, Will, Scott, and my favorite, Chris. Chris is the drummer, not typically my favorite, but he has a kick-ass name, so he's just by default my favorite member of the band. I hope the rest of y'all can handle
no worries.
that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Plus he has a cool mustache, which is a help as well.
Thank you.
So you guys had reached out to us earlier in the year, and I hadn't heard of y'all yet, and it really kind of killed me that I hadn't, because you guys are fantastic, man.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I
man.
love how you guys are kind of straddling the fence of many different kinds of music, and not really, letting yourself be pigeonholed by what Texas tries to do to a band, which is countrify them. Now, there is country here, obviously, but there's a lot more than that. And they brought their instruments. They're going to play a couple of unplugged songs. All of them will be unplugged except the bass player, which apparently you have to plug in. I don't know. Thank God we have electricity. We paid the bill this month, so it's all good. And thank you for the donations. That's why we paid the bill. But the first song, what are y'all going to play for us?
First song is going to be Voodoo Queen.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the story behind this one.
So, Voodoo Queen, I wrote, it's actually on this EP, Rituals, that we have out right now. It's the oldest written song on there. I wrote it a while back, and it was mostly, if you really break it down and listen to it, to me anyways, it's kind of in a relationship that maybe is kind of pulling on you. Maybe you don't really want to be there, but it's like you're addicted to this person, like you're,
Right.
and it's almost like a spell's cast over you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where the whole idea behind it came from.
And just a great song. And are all of you guys kind of adding your own pieces to the song? Just instrumentally?
For sure. We started out like these guys were part of a metal band, and
No surprise.
yeah, like straight hardcore metal, right?
Yeah.
And so I love that, because whenever they stepped up and decided to help me out with this, I knew that they would bring that influence into the music, and it was exactly what I wanted to do.
Right.
And that carries over into our live show as well. I've been saying we wanted to bring a metal show to a country scene and see what happens.
It's a killer sound. It really is. There's nobody else that I've seen so far really bringing to the table what y'all bring. And I'm excited to show you guys out there. Now, mind you, this is only acoustic, so you're going to have to check out these songs on Spotify and all those other places you can find music. But it's Voodoo Queen live right here in the ETX Rocks living room by the Ghost Dance Band. Y'all check it out.
Well, I was walking through New Orleans with whiskey running through my veins. I was walking around a strange part of town when I heard her call my name, Lord. started moving. I lost all track of time. When I got in her presence, she sent a chill up my spine. Her eyes were green and hit you just like lightning in the sky. The darkest tear you've ever seen, and I can't get her out of my mind. Well, I've been taking Voodoo Queen, you got this tight grip on me. Won't you cut me loose and set me free? Lord have mercy on me. Somehow I'm with her every night. She's the voice in the back of my mind. Her magic soothes me now. I'm weak and breaking down. I don't want to, but I crave her touch. This spell I'm under, it is too much. Set me free, I want out. 'Cause I'm in love with you, Voodoo Queen, and your love is all I need. I don't ever want to let go of you. 'Cause I'm in love with you, Voodoo Queen, and your love is all I need. I don't ever want to let go of you. Lord, voodoo, voodoo, voodoo. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, come on.
All right, so we are back again. It's episode 288 of the ETX ROCKS Show. I can't believe we've done so many of these episodes. It's because of you guys out there always supporting the show. I do want to point out that if you're listening on audio, you can also find us on high definition video over there on the YouTube. Just be prepared. You know, not all of us are pretty. So just keep that in mind. If you go over to the YouTube, smash that subscribe button. It's raining in East Texas, you guys. It doesn't happen very often.
Hey, hallelujah.
So if you're wondering, no, that's not a spaceship or anything like that. It's actually rain. But we're sitting here with the Ghost Dance Band. You just heard Voodoo Queen by them. I have a bunch of questions for you guys. I hope you're ready. Obviously, the first question would be the name of the band. Obviously, it's got to be some kind of homage to your roots. So I want you to talk to us about how you came up with the name of the band and what the name of the band means to you personally.
Honestly, it was a pretty simple deal. So, I've rodeoed professionally since I turned 18, and I've rodeoed my whole life. And when I started learning music, it started becoming an outlet to whenever the sport, riding bulls specifically, whenever that started getting stressful and I just needed to take a break, then I would step away and do music, and I started writing songs and all that good stuff. And so me and the buddy who we originally started the idea of the Ghost Dance Band, we were thinking of names, and we were like, man, and he rodeoed as well. And so we were thinking we should do something like Indian themed, because we've got our cowboy lifestyle that we live,
Right.
but this is total opposite, and we want it to be total opposite. So we were like, let's do something Indian themed that kind of has a sound like that. That way it's, two parts of the heart or whatever, your cowboy and Indian.
Cool. And so, a lot of times when you're creating a band and bringing new members in, it can be a lot like dating. You're dating, then you're going to get married to each other and all of that. It's like eHarmony, in the music
Right,
scene.
yeah.
So I always love to hear the stories behind how everybody met and came together, because clearly the chemistry is here. I mean, you guys are tight musically. You seem like really cool dudes as well. So tell us how you guys all met.
It started, I had a couple songs wrote. I had one that I wanted to record. That's really all I wanted, was to record a song. And like I said, this is my brother, by the way, my big brother. And so I went to him, and they were in that band. I asked, do you think everybody would be cool to step into the studio and just record, be my studio band? And
we were like,
everybody,
Well,
Hey.
I gotta interject though. Originally, he would always come hang out when we were having practice with the heavier band, and like we would just get up there and start farting
you and
around.
I
Me
would
and
go
this
chill.
guy had been playing for a long time together, the drummer, and then we met this old guy, and he brought him into the heavier band, and then, like I said, he would come to the practice all the time, and we would just kind of play around. So he's like started talking to his brother, and it kind of trickled out down there. It's like, oh, okay, we'll help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we were still pretty much in that. That was kind of our baby type
Right.
deal, and
So
it
you're
just
basically stealing people from other projects.
yeah, kinda.
But
But yeah,
as devoted as we were to the metal thing, whenever we did Rituals as that was the beta. All right, we're gonna try this out.
Yeah.
Well, we went in, no idea stepping into a completely new genre. We knew we didn't want to pretend to be something that we're not.
Right.
And because here's our country right here. Like this dude is out there living the life. He didn't just go buy stuff from the store and dress the part and play.
Yeah.
So
He's not that.
can't tell it now.
Yeah. But,
We live
but, I
vicariously
mean,
through Cody.
Cody's authenticity to what he does in the lifestyle. We knew that. Okay, well, there's our anchor right there. Now we get to be the other limbs of Voltron and
Right.
bring what we bring. And whenever we heard the first mix back of Rituals, and we were in the studio up in Fort Worth, and man, we just got emotional. We were like, we can't believe that we just created this, and we
Well, it's
knew from
badass.
then there
It's-
we were like, we're done. This is what we're doing.
It's badass to see that you have rockers around you. You're living the country life, so you obviously have a lot of influences within country. But I hear your vocals, and there's a lot of rock in there.
For sure.
So I'm assuming, and that's a bad word out there, y'all. I'm assuming these guys are bringing that influence to you,
For sure.
to your vocals.
Well, I think a lot of it tends to be just, because like the music, we all come from a little different backgrounds and like what we like to listen to when on our own time or whatever, just what you get into inspirationally
Yeah.
to write songs. And I think it just kind of like, we just gelled like almost immediately. Like we've known this guy for a long time, but it was never in that realm, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense. And then when it just clicked, it clicked.
So how does it work for you guys that have been in the metal band to kind of tone it down for this? I mean, obviously, if you're listening to this as a country music fan, this is a little heavier than country, but it's a lot lighter than metal. So how does that work for you guys that are musically having to kind of reshape yourself?
Yeah.
It took me
Sorry.
months. Yeah, months of like learning how to dial it down and chill out on the drum set and just give the songs what they need.
Yeah, because I was watching you play today, and I thought you wanted to break loose, man. It was.
I always want to.
Well, even from like a lead standpoint, I said none of us are going to pretend to be something that we're not. You know, I mean, like I said, I believe in our sound, and I think the people that listen to us believe in our sound to know that where our heart is and what we are at the core. But from like a writing standpoint, I only knew how to approach it the way that I approach what I've been doing. And I hear a song and I want to think of a riff, and I want to think of something cool that goes over it, and like this guy too. And so we were like, okay, well, I'm not going to try to sound country. I'm not going to rip off some old, classic country tune or melody and slap that on there and try to fit in with a certain group. So it was all just super organic, and it's brought a level of creativity and
I think that's
uniqueness.
interesting you used the word organic, coming from a metal viewpoint.
No math
Where
here.
everything is cold, hard, calculated steel.
Well, I mean, even metal can have a lot of melodies in it, a lot
totally.
of melodic structure and stuff like that. But I mean, hearing what you guys are doing here and now, from a country standpoint, again, it's not country. I'm not calling them country, y'all, but there is that there. It's part of the puzzle, so to speak. To hear the backgrounds, like we came from metal, Like I know this guy wanted to set his cajon on fire. Just like, I could see it in his mind. He's just like, man, come on, upbeat.
Get a double
We want to see
ding on
square
it.
dancing.
Where's my cowbell, by God? I forgot my cowbell. Damn it.
That's funny because in our live show too, like I said, we try to bring that aspect, and we try to be that. It really comes out then because we're all over the place, man. Everybody has their freedom and run around, jump around, be like we literally want that atmosphere, you know. And like as being up front, I try to it's not quite as aggressive as a metal show,
Right.
as far as screaming at people. But I try to have that demanding, like
Stage presence.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
stage
you're only
presence.
screaming at people when they're trying to get $5 off a T-shirt or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, our theory has always been whether there's one person or 1,000 person, you go just as hard as you're planning to offend people.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And if there's one person out there at that bar, there will be eyes up front. Like we've seen so many bands, especially in other genres, where it's kind of just the filler. It's it's going on, but
Mailing it in.
yeah, and and we come from a world where the crowd is putting on a performance just like the band. And the energy that you feed off one another.
And you have to build the fan base one person at a time.
Absolutely.
You can't do it 500 people
Oh,
at a
no,
time, because
for
if
sure.
you try to do that, then you're in the wrong business.
I mean,
You know?
even in this genre, we've caught some criticism for the way that we play live.
Of course, you're
being
going
too
to
crazy.
anyway. No matter what you guys do, you're gonna create criticism somewhere.
We're just trying to be who we are.
But that's part of the freedom of doing what you do.
And like,
sure.
yeah, like the number one rule we have for a live show is just we're gonna have fun.
Yep.
So
Together.
they're either
Yeah.
gonna, as an audience member, you're either gonna join in and like the energy, or you're not. But we're gonna have a good time
Yep.
because we're no different than anybody else.
And that trickle down is going to connect to the audience.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
just love to play.
Absolutely.
So.
And you guys come from all different walks of life, different genres, different inspirations. How much compromise is there in the writing room when you guys are creating?
I mean, typically,
I don't think there's a lot though, man. We're just
Yeah.
all.
I mean, the way it typically goes is like Weston may even come up with like a riff that just strikes a chord with like me or Cody, and then something will breathe out of that, and then or Chris will have just an idea, or he'll be playing a beat, and then one of us takes off with it, and it just blossoms into something.
Someone throws
It's
a
really
lyric
crazy.
line in
It's
band
really
chat.
crazy how it works out, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
it usually
typically
starts
that's the way
with
it goes.
with one person goofing around, and then it's like, hey, it's like a lot of
keep
people.
doing
Hey,
that.
do that again.
Is there a lot of
You know.
ADHD going on
Oh
too?
my
Like,
God.
yeah, you're just practicing or something.
Well, see,
Everybody stares at
nothing gets fully wrote at practice. The ideas happen at practice,
Yeah.
and then usually me and Will have co-wrote a bunch of this EP and a bunch of the new songs coming out too. And a lot of the times it'll come from that, either a beat or a tune or something that strikes something, and then we'll go home with it, sit down and mess around. We'll show each other what we got, and then just go from there. And then we figure out the
collectively
melody.
as a band collectively, like this piece really works, this piece doesn't, and then we kind of just once everybody puts their fingerprint on it, it's a completely different thing anyway.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's just
then we
really
take it to the
you
studio.
talk about chemistry.
Yeah, becomes a whole nother
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah.
Talk
Well,
about
yeah,
chemistry.
because you take it to the studio, and now you have the professional looking at
Yeah,
it too,
exactly
and they're always
right.
going to put their fingerprints on it too, which can be a double-edged sword at times as
Very
well.
true.
Right.
Very true.
So
We've been really blessed to find who I think is one of the best guys around. I mean, this dude just pushes us like crazy. He brings the best out of us. He really does.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
a
He's a
great
football
guy.
coach.
He's-
well, that's a good engineer, though.
he's
Oh,
They're
yeah.
supposed to bring out the best.
Shout him out, Jeff Rockwell,
There you
Sound
go.
of Wax,
Absolutely.
Sound of
Jeff.
Wax Studios. Man, he really has. I've become a better player and musician through being at that studio. Because when I dove into this to record my first song, at this point I have not played live
Anything.
at all.
Yeah.
Like I haven't played with a band, none of that. I was brand new.
Yeah.
And once we kind of figured out, hey, we might start doing this, I started going to open mics and everything I could to try to get
Networking.
right. Yeah, to
Right.
try to
Sea
get my
legs.
stage legs and
I feel you.
not sweating bullets every time I step up
I
there.
think one of the cool dynamics about what you guys bring to the table is the depth within the music. You have incredible vocals. I hear the harmonies. You have 3 guitars. The bass is killer, by the way.
I don't even
Absolutely
play
killer.
bass, man.
Well, you did today. You did a damn fine job. I don't think I've met a bass player yet who admits to playing bass.
Right.
Let me guess, you're a guitar player.
I played for 22 years.
guitar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
He's more metal than any of us. This dude's metal band was insane metal.
So what was the mindset or the strategy, if you will, of having so much depth with the harmonies, the 3 guitars? Because that's a little unique from the typical 4-piece band, picking and grinning kind of thing.
we see what we look at what the big dogs do, kind of, you know what I mean? Like having those harmonies and having that intricate stuff, it just is going to come off as more professional in the end once, we have a bunch of practices and can pull it all off. But that was kind of my thinking, was that we want to step out of the gate prepared And from the first show, we had merch. We had
Yeah.
we were recorded before the first show. We had everything out and ready.
Very smart.
Well, it's just a sound of like professionalism. Like you hear some go up there and the song may kick teeth in, but just the fullness of what you're hearing on the stage. And so we sit back and like, man, okay, so we got all these different pieces that we can add in, and then finding those sonic frequencies and just trying to make like a quote unquote wall of sound. You know what I'm saying? To kind of bring some emotion to what we're doing, because a lot of songs are dark.
Yeah,
So,
and that's okay.
Oh,
You know, that's perfectly fine.
so that's what
But there's really nothing worse as a listener than layerless music for me.
For
It's
sure,
like
right, sure.
it's great to have good lyrics, but if there's nothing filled with depth behind it,
Exactly
then
right.
why would I continue to listen to
Exactly.
it?
Right.
And with y'all, there's so many different layers. It's like an onion. You're just peeling stuff off. So how much impacted what you guys listen to, either growing up or currently, have in adding that much depth to your music?
Oh man. Well, I know one thing. Not listening to country outside of the stuff that you obviously can't get away from, growing up in Texas.
Right.
So not listening to country and then stepping into that world, man, you hear, even if it's like a standard country progression, and where a million other guys would write that cliche country riff, you can jump on it with something completely out of left field.
Yeah.
And completely out of the box, and it fits. And that's what's so awesome about it. And so we, really just...
I know he used to have nervousness about it. Like, I don't know if I'm a good fit for this. I don't, sound like these guys. I can't, I play different. We have different styles than everybody. And I was like, exactly,
And that's got
do
to be
what
a very
you would do.
nerve-wracking thing.
Oh, being in the studio and having, this just, very educated, intimidating presence staring at you going, okay,
What do you got?
What you got, buddy?
All right, here's what I got.
la 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 la.
It's like play it like this and like this, not like that. It's like, but wait, I learned like that.
Right.
That's how I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
More than you know.
Yeah. So that's there for all of y'all, basically.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Like it's as weird as it is. It's like when you play, like we were playing like a metal song, like Chris would be over there, and we're sitting over here with guitar, but then when you try to slow it down and just play some of the simplest stuff, you're like, why can I not do this? Like it's like take 3, take 4. It's like,
well, yeah, it's got to be because you're trying to connect on a different level.
Yeah.
Now, it's more intimate.
Yeah, the
exactly.
musicians that are watching this are
Every
like,
note,
you suck.
every note is like so impactful.
Yep.
Versus it's a wall of notes where like if you miss one, okay, nobody's the wiser.
Yeah.
But now everything's so impactful that we're like, okay, now I get it.
Well, it's not just impactful, but it's impacting a different part of the brain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
It's you're going from hey man, I'm really pissed off, and that's why I'm playing really fast and playing metal. Now I'm really feeling hurt, and I want you to feel what I'm feeling too.
Exactly.
And that kind of difference can really impact you as a musician in a different way.
Oh man, the level of respect I have, I think we all have, seeing some of these musicians and these bands that are up and coming and currently big in this world. Oh dude, man, some of these guys are so amazing and underrated, and the genre itself is very underrated with the technical ability that these musicians have.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, anybody out there that says it's just country, it's easy. No, it's not. It's
Who
not.
used to say that?
Yeah.
Well, the way I look at it is, it might be easy for a country musician, but probably not for a rapper.
Right.
Just saying. Of course, then you probably, Wade Bowen probably can't make a beat. So, So, every style of music has its own difficulties in it.
For sure.
And you guys just happen to know that because you've played multiple styles of music that couldn't be more different from the other.
Right.
And it's incredible to hear what all of that melding together becomes the Ghost Dance Band. Yeah. And so this was your brainchild.
Yeah, pretty much. It was, man. Like I said, it all started as I just wanted one song,
Yeah.
And then we got it back, and we were like, whoa, let's do another. Then maybe another, and let's just see what happens.
So it was basically born in the studio, and just decided, hey, this is pretty kick-ass. I bet you people would dig this live.
And we released it, and we got it, mixed and mastered and all that, and we released it, and it caught a pretty good little buzz. We were highly surprised, and
like watered down tequila.
yeah. And this isn't said out of disrespect at all, but in the metal scene in Texas, it's kind of hard to get a buzz going about
Yeah,
it.
And
And
it's
so
hard to
I
find
think,
live shows to play. Absolutely.
right. And so I think when that hit, and everybody's friends started hitting them up with praise, and hey, that was awesome, man, that was cool. Then it just kind of fired us up all even more to like, all right, let's do it then. If we're gonna do it, let's do it.
Yeah. And it's just an incredible sound. And I was curious, man. I've been reading about y'all for a while. I was excited y'all reached out, and I was like, man, these guys have an EP. And I didn't even hear about them. And then I listened to the damn EP, and I'm like, man, this group is fire.
Yes. Thank you.
So, man, I'm stoked to have you guys here, and I'm excited to share y'all with our listeners and our audience and everything. But you guys are going to play another song. Tell us a little bit about Dancing with Ghosts.
So Dancing with Ghosts actually started, it was a completely different song. And even like structurally it was different.
We recorded a different song.
Yeah, we recorded originally something
The
different.
story goes, okay, so we all go to the story. We all go to the studio, and Cody couldn't make it that day, and he was supposed to do scratch tracks. So they were like, okay, we'll go do scratch tracks. So I'm like, I don't know what the freaking song is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we literally just like played
We
it
had some
one
like cell
time.
phone videos of it.
And so I told the engineer, I was like, dude, just give me a night, and I'll come back with something that we can work. And it was one of the best like mistakes or mishaps that has happened to us, because that song just kind of like everybody like kind of gravitates towards that one. And the lyrics were done in the studio between me and him at while all these other guys were tracking.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
we were
it was
tracking
just-
other songs, and the music for that one was done completely. Everybody did their part. And so while they were tracking another song, me and him stepped off into another room and just played. We had the file sent to us, played it over and over and over. And I think I had an idea of something. It's Dancing with Ghosts. And originally it was supposed to be like a plot twist type song, but we got in there and we hashed it all out, and it kind of became what it was, which is, it came out great, It's our most spun on Spotify, and it's done pretty cool.
I'm pretty stoked that you guys decided to play it here today, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because this song here is a really good example of a song filled with darkness that is really, really catchy as well. And you don't find too many songs out there that are dark in nature, that are catchy, and you want to hear again and again and again and again, and you sing along. I don't know how y'all captured that, but that's pretty damn badass. And you guys, I'm sure you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
You hear a dark song, it's not something you want to sing over and over again.
Yeah.
There's so many. Lyrically, there's so many quotes that you can take out of that song, and so many lines, and apply it to so many different situations. And from a live standpoint, whenever we get to the part where it says, "Don't worry, it'll be okay," that in itself might not be this very impacting statement, but if you apply it to
it's simple.
and it's so simple. It is so simple, and everybody said it to somebody at some point. But whenever the crowd is there and the electricity is there and everything is on, and you can look out and say, "Don't worry, it'll be okay," and then you always catch someone's eye that that it's speaking to them.
You caught them off guard.
Yes,
absolutely. And I'm extremely excited to share the song with you guys for the first time ever in the ETX Rocks living room. It's the Ghost Dance Band. Song is called Dancing with Ghosts. Y'all check it out.
You always loved what you couldn't control, while running hard, a gypsy soul, the rush of the unknown, life of the party, a whole crowd of friends, dance after dance, spin after spin, another lonely night ends. Maybe you're too wild, a heart that can't be tamed. Maybe you're too pretty, dancing while the band plays. two-sided heart, sun and rain. Well, take your caution, throw it to the wind. Let your head down and forget the pain you're in. The world's not so bad when you dance and spin. Song after song, half stepping to the beat, waiting for something to sweep you off of your feet. There's more to life than what it seems. She feels like she's dancing alone. She dancing with gold. Day after day of the same old things, going through the motions of everything. Longing for that guitar's ring. Left behind a locked door until you step foot on that hardwood floor. Your worries drift away. Well, take your caution, throw it to the wind. Let your head down, forget the pain you're in. The world's not so bad when you dance and spin. Song after song, half stepping to the beat, waiting for something to sweep you off of your feet. There's more to life than what seems. She feels like she's dancing alone, alone, alone. Don't worry, it'll be okay. Walk that floor into a better place. Yeah. Well, take your caution, throw it to the wind. Let your head down, forget the pain you're in. The world's not so bad when you dance and spin. Song after song, half stepping to the beat, waiting for something to sweep you off of your feet. There's more to life than what it seems. She feels like she's dancing alone. She's dancing with gold.
All right, so we are back once again. It's episode 288 featuring the Ghost Dance Band. First time here on the show. And you were just listening to Dancing with Ghosts. Catchy song, Darkness, 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 but that's okay. You guys are about to hit the world with new music.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on.
We are super excited about the new stuff. Like the first EP, Rituals, was all, we kind of figured it out as we went. Once we hit a certain point, we had a couple songs in the bag, but then we got together and hashed the rest, and we kind of tried different ideas, like a couple different sounding things, go
Plus,
on.
you're probably still growing chemistry within the
sure.
unit as well.
Exactly,
sure.
exactly. And so this new one, we're kind of picking a direction for this EP, and it's definitely on the darker side. It's even as a whole a little more rockish,
A little more aggressive.
and a little more aggressive. But we're super excited. We've got some songs on there that it kills me every day. Every day I want to release them. Like, I've hit these guys up. Can we just release one? Like, come on, man. Like, I want to get this song out there, So we're
Well, see,
really
all you
excited
got to do
for that.
now is create the buzz that you feel right there as the
Yeah.
front man. You just need to create that excitement in your fan base, and that's why you hold off.
And another
Exactly.
reason why we're so
Yep.
stoked on it is because a lot of people that heard Rituals, even though, and it's so funny because, we're such a new group, but people were already saying, are y'all going to be able to top Rituals? Are y'all going to be able to do better?
Yeah.
I mean, we love this. How are you going to do better?
We don't
and,
know.
And
Let us think about it.
Right. But I really, we stepped into this new situation and we just I mean, totally shifted gears.
That's awesome.
And yeah, cannot wait to release this new stuff.
We're excited.
All right, so you heard it here first. New music from the Ghost Dance Band, all the way from Waco, Central Texas, where there are very little pine trees. They're feeling the humidity today. First time here on the show. It's going to be a 6-song EP, we're thinking.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So they say 6. These are musicians, though, so it'll probably end up being 8.
It's possible.
It's a split full length.
Now, if people are hearing about y'all for the first time, where can they follow along with the social media and stuff like that?
Facebook.com/Ghost Dance Band Official. Instagram is @Ghost Dance Band Official. Twitter is @the_GDB Official.
Okay. I know you have a website as well. It's theghostdanceband.com.
TheGhostDanceBand.com.
So we'll definitely link that in the description down below. You guys just click there. I know it has access to your social media, all your tour dates and stuff like that. There's also a contact link on there for you venues out there that might want to book these guys. Are you looking for something different? You're looking for something unique? Here they are. East Texas venues, the challenge is on. Let's get GDB out here to East Texas. We got to get these boys used to the humidity.
Let's go, right? Bring it on, man.
Also, we want to thank you guys for tuning into the ETX ROCKS Show today for the Ghost Dance Band's very first appearance on the show. It won't be the last. Hopefully we can have you guys back when we talk about the new record and stuff like that.
Anytime.
And help you guys promote that.
Anytime, man. We love it here, dude. This was a great time.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for
So I
having us.
definitely appreciate the time and effort. I know it's a pain in the ass to drive all the way to East Texas.
Oh,
Hey,
Completely
I wouldn't
worth
spend a
it.
Sunday doing anything else, man.
Yeah.
Playing
Cool.
music, hanging out with good company.
Very
Love
cool,
it.
very cool. You guys are welcome anytime, man.
Thank you.
So if you are tuned in for the first time to our show, you can follow with everything we have going on. We're located on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're located at ETX Rocks. Our Twitter is a ghost town, though. Clint Eastwood has been looking at it for a Western. I don't know. I'm thinking that might happen. Maybe we'll make a few bucks on that.
Let's do it.
Nice.
The man himself.
That's right.
Call me.
Yeah.
No, it is a ghost town. Like, I just do automatic tweeting. So, like, I'll go on there and it'll say, you have tweeted 6,000 times. And I'll be like, wait.
What did I say?
I haven't even opened this app since. Thank you for following on Twitter. My bad. No. Also, like I said earlier in the show, if you're listening on audio, you can find us over on the YouTube as well in high definition video. You get to see these boys play not 2, but 3 songs. They also did a sneak peek song that we're going to stick on the end of this episode. That is the song Rituals, which is the title track from the first EP. Badass song. You don't want to miss that. That'll be right after this outro, so check that out as well. If you are watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. That's the best way you can help us out. Also, hit the little bell to the right. That'll let you know when we have new content uploaded. And while you're at it, hit the like button too. Because YouTube is complicated.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like not 1, not 2, but 3 clicks. Come on, YouTube.
Let's get with it.
Some
People
of
be
us-
lazy. Come on.
Some of us are just not that committed. You know what I mean? I'll be lucky to get someone to click one of the 3 buttons, and it'll probably be the wrong one. Because there's a dislike there, too. The sound you hear right now is dislike being smashed. My bad. No, don't do it, please. But yeah, hit the subscribe button. That'll help us out. And it notifies you when we have new content, which is quite often. If you are a follower, you know what I mean. 1,500 videos.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
When I say we're the #1 resource for independent music in Northeast Texas, I am not lying, y'all. It's the proof is on our YouTube. The proof is also on our brand new website, www.etxrocks.show, where we have over 11,000 hours of content, all independent musicians, and some names you might have heard of, like Ronnie Millsap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Joe Nichols is on there too.
Oh.
Bunch of people you guys might have heard of.
Kidding,
So
kidding.
yeah, check that out. There's also an internet radio playlist on there where we have over 500 live performances in an internet radio format. So these guys, three songs will be on there as well. And like I said, there's over 500 on there. So you can be like driving in your car or at work or something. Just go to the webpage, etxrocks.show. Plays automatically, and you're going to hear new music all day long. So do that. If you're a music fan, it's a good thing. Also, we are completely self-funded on the ETX Rock Show, which means we are low budget, and I ain't bullshitting y'all. I mean low budget. Not at all. We have Walmart lamp trees for professional lighting. The most expensive thing I have on this show is my $120 mic, and it took me a season and a half to get that mic.
But you got it.
But I got it!
That's it.
That's
right.
right. Don't
Hey.
make me pawn my mic. Support the show. There's a donate link in the description down below. Just smash that donate link and pick a number between $1,000 and $50,000 and just send it. Go towards the 50, a little more. You know what I'm saying? Be a forward thinker. That'll help us. I promise. We could upgrade our mic. Maybe actually buy merch. That would be cool. I would love to sell merch to y'all. So yeah, just send us a donation. It's www.paypal.me/ETXRocks, but it is in the description down below, so just click that, send it on its way. Thank you very much. I do want to thank Casey Pickney for always supporting the show. I love you, brother. Check out Rock House Productions, #1 booking agency in East Texas. And as we always say on the ETX Rock Show, we want to thank you guys out there for always supporting live music of all genres and all styles. And don't ever forget,
ETX rocks!
that's right.
This the time of the year when the snow falls to the ground. The air's a little colder when you're not around. These guitar strings will play that lonesome sound, trying to resurrect your love straight from the ground. I'll keep on crying with the wolves as they howl. I'll sing this ritual, and I'll sing it loud. Ritual. It's been many winters since you've gone. So many nights I've weathered this storm. Since you left my world, my heart's been a deeper blue. So I'll keep on dancing around this fire and hope it brings me back to you. Back to you. Well, if my mind goes astray from me alone in the rain, just say a chant for healing as I dance all night long, and baptize me in peyote while I sing my song. We'll stand out in the rain, let it melt me away. Sometimes it's the only thing to ease the pain. Rituals. I can still remember the day you left. I was broken, oh God, I was feeling heartless. Now I'm left alone with my memories of you. The last piece pop keeps your image clear. Sometimes I swear you're really here. When my mind is gone, it's the only time you feel near. If my mind goes astray from me alone in the rain, just say a chant for healing as I
From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show, let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks.